Believe it or not, recording these clips almost got me in trouble. No, not with the authorities or anything like that. They're actually pretty lenient around here.
Buenas tardes. Hola.
Hello and welcome to my channel. My name is George and this is The One. Yes, I'm still in Mexico after almost a month and a half, and believe it or not, this was my first real sunset shot. I hope it's not going to be the last. I found that the best conditions, lighting-wise, are during sunset hours. You get these fantastic colors. The only challenge is that when you're facing the sun, the foreground gets really dark, whereas the sun is bright, even when it's fading. What's even harder is the huge crowds that pop up at the beach during sunset hour. Yes, you're allowed to fly your drone if it's 250 grams or less over people in Mexico. However, you have to be extra careful just for safety reasons alone. Now, I've had people commenting on previous videos that perhaps sometimes I should throw caution out the window in order to get more spectacular drone footage. But hey, when flying above crowds, I don't think that's the right strategy at all. See, after launching the drone for these shots, I was trying to find the right altitude, distance, and angle. And during that process, I came close to a few things. The Mini 2 doesn't have any obstacle avoidance, but I was watching the drone the entire time. However, about 10 minutes into the flight, a red-faced guy showed up beside me and wanted to know where I was from. What a way to start a conversation, or should I say confrontation. It turned out this guy thought my drone had come too close to his balcony and now he was going to start a fight. He turned out to be my first ever real drone Karen. Probably fueled by a few too many Coronas, but you know what it's like when you're trying to get the best footage and now there's a guy trying to confront you. Well, I finally got rid of him just by saying that, look, I was never interested in your balcony and what I'm trying to do here is capture the sunset, and I'll be available for a chat once the drone is safely back in my hands. So just hang tight. Yeah, he didn't like that, so he just walked away. That was good. Now, what do you think? Was I in the wrong? Actually, I don't think so, but I can understand that perhaps this guy saw the drone from his balcony and he was concerned about privacy or something like that. But I have to say that the drone, the entire time, the camera was never facing the balcony. It was always facing the pier and the ocean. But you know, this incident got me thinking about something else that I did a few days prior. I like to follow boats on the water with my drone. Makes fantastic footage and it's kind of awesome, but where do I stand with that when it comes to privacy? You know, you could actually see the people on the boat and stuff, and I thought this was super cool. But is that going too far? Well, guys, I looked it up and I found that on the water, it's considered public space and there isn't really any expectation of privacy. So this is no different than you're filming from another boat with your cell phone or whatever. So I'm good there. The boaters in those cases never even noticed my drone, or if they did, they definitely didn't care. So yeah, I guess I was okay. But here's something else, how following a boat can get you in trouble. It's so easy to exceed like 500 meters away from where you're standing when you're focused on this boat. You know, there's actually a regulation about this in the Mexican aviation rules. It's rule number 6.1.1, part E, where it states that you're never supposed to fly more than 457 meters away from where you are horizontally. That is 1,500 feet, by the way. Did I go beyond that? Well, if I did, it wasn't by much. Now, I'm going to show you an example of kind of a reckless guy that I found on YouTube. Watch this.
All right, what's up guys? So I'm still in Oaxaca City in Mexico right now, and I just want to give you guys an update on how everything's been going, how I've been liking the Air 3, what kind of shots I've been doing, and honestly these past few days I've gotten some really awesome shots. Like obviously, since this isn't just a drone travel trip, like I'm here with my family, I'm here for a wedding, like I haven't had too much of a chance to fly, but I've really been trying to take advantage of the windows I have and also the locations and launching points I have. So that's why I've been really trying to take advantage of this rooftop here, because I just feel a lot safer. Like obviously I could take off from the city streets, from the parks, but there's just so many police and there's just so many people that aren't familiar with drones here. I just don't like to be the sign of attention. So that's why I just been so enjoying launching from this rooftop, because first of all, I feel so safe, number one, but number two, I have really good connection. And I just want to tell you guys a story about how awesome the Air 3 has been doing in terms of long range. I'm able to really fly around the city. Like I can go really far, like see those mountains over there. I was able to go all the way over there just the other day, and I found this really cool ruin called Monte Alban, but it's about like 5 miles away. It's a 30-minute drive. And since I'm with my family, it's kind of hard to, just go out there because it's going to take like a few hours, But then it was funny because I was looking on the map again today on Google Maps, and I was like, oh, wait a second. Like considering how far I've already flown with the Air 3, I was like, I think I could find this thing on the map. What it really comes down to is, can I maintain that connection and battery life? So earlier today, I flew all the way to Monte Alban. I found it on the map and I just headed in that direction. And to my surprise, I legit found it, and it's right up there on top of the mountain. You can't see it from here, but I was able to get some really cool daytime shots of it. And I was actually really impressed with how close and low I was able to fly to it. Like I honestly got shots that I would have gotten if I legit went all the way over there, but I'm here at the house from a rooftop. So it's pretty insane.
Hey, I'm not the drone police, and I'm not going to name this guy. I actually admire his passion for capturing good drone footage. I share that. But there are at least 3 violations I can find here without even looking too hard. Well, first of all, he's flying a DJI Air 3, which weighs more than 250 grams. He admits that he's a tourist here, so I highly doubt that he's a Mexican citizen and that thing is registered. But here it goes. Flying 5 miles away and over 1,300 feet above where you're standing, it's just simply reckless. Yeah, I know there was a mountain, so you can go over that, but with this kind of distance and this kind of altitude, how do you even know how far above the ground you really are? And the limit in Mexico is 400 feet or 122 meters, just like in many other places. Also, did you notice he crossed right through an enhanced warning zone? Well, collision with an aircraft, not impossible here. Mexico might be weak on enforcement, but I think there are serious safety concerns here. Even the best late model DJI drone is not perfect. Imagine what could happen if this thing fails and causes a crash with some disastrous consequences. Here's another no-no.
And honestly, what's cool about these smart drones compared to an FPV is that I could literally just set my controller down here, and I'm gonna go downstairs, get my battery that's charging, and just get ready for the next flight. This thing is legit autonomous, and the new AR features are awesome. It's legit showing me, my return to home point, so I know how much time I have. Yeah, I think that's a really cool feature of DJI drones. I mean, I could legit just go relax, go to the bathroom while the scene is coming home, so I don't waste any time. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that, go get my new battery, and let's land this thing and take off the ND filter.
You should always monitor your drone, even during the automated return to home function. At least you should know whereabout is it. You can get away with a lot here in Mexico. They are, like I said, very lenient about everything. Many people get away with flying a drone that is over 250 grams. But hey, I would not advise it, because if things go wrong, you'll be liable. Flyaways can happen. Do you really want to be liable for some kind of disaster or major accident? Why do you think drone regulations keep getting tighter and tighter everywhere? I really believe it's because of people like that guy. And according to what it says on his channel, he is Part 107 certified in the United States. Now, what do you think? Just leave me a comment. Hey, I'm not claiming to be perfect, but safety is important so that we can all keep enjoying our hobby and fly commercially without having Big Brother look over our shoulder at every move we make. Well, happy flying, stay out of trouble, click the like button, and if you haven't, subscribe to my channel. I know that's a lot to ask, but I know you can do it. I'll see you in the next video. And by the way, I reached out to this drone pilot on YouTube and I left a comment asking him if somehow he got the authorization to do this flight, because you never know, right? But he didn't get back to me, so I'm kind of thinking that says it all.